Hello, everybody. Hope you're joining us from the keynote session and you enjoyed that session really good. We're just waiting for people to join more and we'll get started with the session. We already have Marcelo joining us from Argentina. We're going to talk about and kickstart the session. Give us a few minutes as audience leaves the keynote and joins us here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this session, technical session about technical inspection with drones. Let me try to put the presentation right now.
Marcelo, let me just quickly introduce you. I think we should kick off and
Sure,
people should join in a bit. So,
of course.
yeah, thank you everybody who is listening to us right now. Let's talk about drone inspection. So, the overall drone inspection and monitoring market is again really huge. Drones are the go to tool for doing inspection, monitoring of oil and gas, power plants, and whatnot. The industry itself is projected to grow from like a $9.1 billion industry in 2021 to a $33.6 billion industry in 2030. So at a CAGR of 15.7% from 2021 to 2030. That's a huge jump. North America, South America estimation is to account for the largest share of the drone inspection. And today we have Marcelo joining us from Argentina to talk more about this. We know that these sites are really massive, high value. Even shutting them down could be few hundred thousand or $1 million of loss. So they really require 24 cross 7 monitoring. And of course, we today lack those resources until not where now we have solutions like drone in the boxes, which could be deployed for automated inspection as well as monitoring. So now we have Marcelo from Papa Energia, which is the largest independent energy company with participation in the electricity and oil and gas value chain. Pampa has been deploying BIV systems across their power plants for inspection as well as security. Their inspection team uses different docking stations to do monitoring of the plants, maintenance during the daytime, and in the nighttime they use the same devices for security. So that is where they've been trying the systems and now are looking to scale this across their site. Marcelo, who is our speaker today, is responsible for R&D in the IT area for the company. His job is to analyze and develop emerging technologies and adapt them to the business needs in his company. With more than 30 years of experience in the IT area, he began with the industrial drones program in Pampa in 2017 and developing pilots and procedures for inspection, survey, analysis, as well as surveillance tasks at the company's plants. So Marcelo is certified drone pilot and coordinates with the team for the internal fleet, which currently consists of 9 drones and 7 pilots. But now they're deploying automated systems there for fully automated inspections as well as security.
Okay. Thank you so much, Acha, for the introduction. Let me try to share the presentation. Okay, can you see it? Okay. Well, hello everybody to this technical session. As Charles says before, my name is Marcelo. I work in IT department of Papa Energia. Before we begin to talk about drones, let me talk a little bit about Pampa Energia and what we make. Pampa is the first private power generator in the country and sixth gas producer in Argentina. We have about more than 85 market share in petrochemical products. We have several business, all of them about energy production. In the electricity value chain, we have the generation part. We produce more than 5,000 megawatt across 9 thermal, 3 hydropower, and 3 wind farms installations. In the transmission business, we co-control a company named Transener that operate more 20,000 kilometers of high voltage lines. And in distribution, we had one company named Edenor that actually was sold out. we leave that business. But until last year, we supplied more than 3.2 million clients across the net. In the gas value chain, the natural gas value chain, we have several business. One of them is EMP, with production more of 54K barrels of oil per day. Uh, from that, 90% is gas. In the middle stream, we co-control another company named TGS that operates more than 9,000 kilometers of gas pipelines and process 1 million tons of natural gas, liquid natural gas. And in the downstream business, we have petrochemical plants cooperate with another company that rules this business named Refinor. Okay, we began our drones operations from 2097. Um, we began with this small plane from a firm named SenseFly. That name is EV, and we used it mainly for photogrammetry. As you probably know, the photogrammetry techniques is used to cover a big extension of land and takes a lot of photographs from land, and then we use a software to show the photographs and make a photograph bigger that covers the whole area of interest. You can see in the photo of the right one of those processes, and in order to do that, you have to program the plane or the drone with the area you want to cover, with the quality of photo you pretend, and later that the system makes the fly plan, and you just need to launch the drone, and they make this pattern you can see in the photo, and take the photo in each point where you have a waypoint. After that, you recover the photos, and a post-processing program makes the complete photo of the big area. That was the first of the kind of inspection we make, and after that, we begin to see that the drones can be used in another kind of works. So we begin to make some classification of the type of work we can do with a drone. We separate the type of work in three types. Those that can be periodics. I mean, you can do every day or every week or any time you need to be in a repeated pattern. The pattern ones that when you need to make especially defined works, for example, surveys from terrains, from roads, terrain movements, and things like that. And the ones triggered by one event, for example, surveillance. When you have some specified problem, you take an alert, and the drone goes to that place to make normally some surveillance task. If we go to the periodic part, that is the most intensive, we have pipeline inspections. Before we need to check that along the pipeline there will not be person construction houses or installations, because if the pipeline has some kind of problem, that can got civil consequences, and that will be problem with the law, right? Um, We have to do dock inspection, inspections, tank inspections, mostly in the inside part of tanks to check for corrosion and things like that. Chimney inspections, mostly inside, but we can do in the top part of the chimney. High voltage tower inspections, boiler inspection. This boiler inspection is very special for us because the boiler are very big installation, and we use a special kind of drone to make this kind of inspection. I will show you this type of drone we use. Uh, Inspection of evolving works and electric grid inspections. And this we have working right now in a special activity based in drone that is autonomous drone-based inspection. That is the kind of work we are working right now. In the superior part of this table, we have the most important plants where we are working with those kind of works. With those tasks, what we made was to buy some drones to cover these works and to teach a person to work to drive the drones and make the works. Today, we have an actual fleet of 9 pilots. The first drone you can see in the superior and left part is the special drone we use to make the inspection at the boilers. It's a special drone manufactured for a Swiss company named Flyability that is used to make inspection in confined spaces. We have some drones big to make some special works, and we have some smaller drones that make the 80% of the daily work you see in the table before. I will show you a small video that in some way resume the whole type of activities we make today at the company with drones. Well, so we have our drone fleet and have trained pilots and the list of tasks we need to do. But all my problem today is sometimes when you need to make some special uh, or some special task, we don't have the pilot right now at the moment you need it. So what we are trying to do is to take to take out the part of the pilot, especially for those operation that is you can make every day, right? Um, so in order to do that, we began to study the possibility to make or to develop a drone autonomous. The features we find we need will be that all flight will be inside property plant. That is to avoid a regulation problem. So if we fly inside the plant, will not be problem with the regulation. The real-time and savvy video for historical data, autonomous flight along a present path and waypoint. I mean, the flight will be along a present path and repeated every time you need it, and several waypoints that you need to be observed will be recorded. The mission should be able to be paused and resumed by operator request. That is, if the operator find some problem or something to see with more attention, can pause the mission, saw what is happened, and then resume it with a touch of a button. The mission should be able to be executed manually by operator or automatically by schedule. That is what, because sometimes the operator needs to attend another task and the inspection should be done, so he can do without paying attention or shut putting in a schedule. The ROM battery should be recharged automatically. So it's very important because remember, the operator maybe doesn't understand even how the drone is working. The drone receptacle should be operated remotely. That means to the top station. And the drone should be able to take off and land in a safe way. Okay. With those features requested, as you probably know, you need to at least 3 elements to complete this task. One is the drone itself, right? You need a drone that is compatible, that has an SDK or something opened in order to control it. You need to have a dockstation where the drone lives, and has to have some features. For example, store and protect the drone, to charge the battery, to have the possibility to turn the drone on and off, open and close hatch, obviously a safe launch and landing. And of course, some software or service that controls all these features. So this is the hardware we choose to make the inspections. This is the Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. The main reason because we choose the Advanced is because has a RGB camera with a big zoom that would allow us to make the inspection without have to get so far to the installation. Has a thermal camera that is important for us. And the most important, it has an RTK module that allow us to make the flights safer with precision, centimetrical precision in the flight. These are the dockstation we considered. In first place, we consider the Heisha dockstation. Is a very well done equipment, rugged, but but our bosses are a bit worried about the use of modified batteries. Because we lose the warranty and the possible problems with the modified battery itself. So we are considering electronic equipment that has the battery swap mechanisms that use the batteries unmodified. We think that the tests are good. We are going for this solution. This is the test we make with the FlytNow application. I will now show you the whole video because it's too extensive, but you can see at the middle the waypoints we put to inspect, and we had our idea is to use the system for two reasons. One, to make the inspection not just at this point, but in another place too. And when the drone is not used to make inspection, use it to make for surveillance purposes. The idea is to make a perimeter surveys for for uh, um, for purpose of oh, sorry, surveillance. I forgot the word. Um, this is the path we are trying to conduct the drone. As you can see, the drone should make displacement, lateral displacement, with the camera pointing to forward. That is a function we don't have yet in FlytNow, but Flybase is developing. So you can make round around the installation with the camera pointing always forward. This is the example of a surveillance flight. As you can see, the path is quite simple, but we had to fly about 1.8 kilometers around the whole plant. We hope in the near future we can finish with this project. At this moment, we are trying to decide which kind of documentation we will use, and making a survey of all the inspection points we need in order to make the flight plan. So, well, the this is our project, and we expecting to recover to finish the next steps.
Great, great. Thank you, Marcelo. Thanks for that session. That was really insightful. And we got to understand how you are using drones and adopting autonomous drones, drone in the box solutions for your power plants. So let's move on to a few question and answers. So one question that the audience have is: suppose if somebody is currently in oil and gas or power plants, how can they start their drone programs? As well as if they are already using drones, what are the ways where they can get started with the drone in the box systems? How you did that and how they can approach this?
Well, actually, it was our boss asked for the need to the to the idea, and they asked me one day is, "Hey Marcelo, do you think one drone can be used to fly along the plant?" I mean, for them, if you can fly a drone, you can do everything.
Mhm.
So I really don't know, but let me investigate, right? So I began to watch what kind of system was in at the moment. I'm talking about 2 years ago,
Mhm.
so there is not too many systems, and the all the system we can got was impressively expensive, terribly expensive. So we don't we cannot find any alternative that we can afford until we got your solution. and one generation of Dockstation that becomes cheaper and affordable, right? So we are working in that line.
Got it. Right. And in terms of the use cases, spoke about two things. So can you tell bit more? So there are two teams who could use it, right? One is in the morning you can have inspection team use it, and then for security you can have a security team in the night doing the patrol. How do you see that coming up? Is it something which the teams are asking, or if you could share some more thoughts on that?
I think that is ideal because uh, probably you need to make the surveillance flight at night or at the morning, right? So we don't see the need of have two drones to make very similar task, right? Uh, Even more if you consider that the task uh, for inspection are scheduled, so you know when you will need the drone monthly, right? So I think that is perfectly possible.
Marcel, if we look at the time without drones or without box and with the drone box, what is the difference? What kind of pain points is it solving?
The main problem is we don't need the pilot to be available, especially at the surveillance task before, because most probably when you need it, it will be at night and the pilot will be at his house. So if you need to use it, even the pilot could from his house to fly the drone if we wish. So
Great. Right.
the main solution we have is the pilot. The other one could be the the practicity to have the drone ready from the operation room at every time. If you need you need to see something in particular and don't have the inspector right at that moment, you can go with the drone, record the 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 this place where the problem is, and let the information to the inspector to see later.
Right. Absolutely. That's great. I'll So let me check if you have questions. Yeah, I think we are up on the time as well as questions. Audience, thank you for joining the session. If you have more questions, you can of course visit Pampa and Gia's booth and connect with Marcelo. Marcelo is also available. Marcelo, where they can reach out to you if they want to reach out to you. Could you drop in your contacts or a LinkedIn profile over here in the chat so people can connect with you if they want to learn more about how you are doing it and if they wish to learn more. Uh, with this, we would like to close this session. Marcelo, if you have any final thoughts.
Not except that this it's quite hard to be the first to make this kind of technology. I think everybody who is trying to do this knows this. So we saw that every month uh, pass, we have more alternatives and better alternatives, and that will be become really big. So I'm very happy with that.
Great. Sounds good. Surely more exciting times ahead, Marcelo, for the inspection industry and how we can leverage autonomous drones. Let me wrap this by thank you to you for taking out time today and sharing valuable insights with everybody. And we would like to now close this sessions. More exciting sessions are planned after this, so please feel free to visit the reception or the session tab at any time to learn more about the upcoming session and continue enjoying the rest of the next chat. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.